Why did I even do that? Why did I go on a freaking diet? So this is long-term dieting dangers part 2. Welcome back to Lifestyle Nutrition with Brian Diamond, and today it's episode 12 of my signature show, Document with Diamond. This is what happened. In episode 8 of Document with Diamond, I did something really crazy, really extreme dieting, extreme crash dieting, which most people do over the course of 3 or 6 months, inadvertently obviously. I did this intentionally just to show you what would happen. Episode 9 was me gaining weight, and I explained that. You can check that out here. Episode 10 was me saying I'll never do this again, and you understand why if you watch this. And episode 11, that was last week, I spoke about how it screws up your entire schedule, so you can check that out here. And this is all a cascade effect,
a negative cascade effect of what is happening to me right now
in real time, and I'm still fixing up my schedule, although it's way better. I'm at 90% energy, but my schedule is not even at 70% because I'm way behind schedule. And today is Sunday. I was supposed to have recorded and posted this by Saturday. That was yesterday. So everything is haywire. And I'm going to talk only about the body stats of last week, which I actually recorded last week but did not have the time to edit and add that in the last episode. So this week what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do only the body stats pages of last week and this week, starting with this week right now. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Alright, let's check out the body stats for week 12, or you can call it month 3, potato, it doesn't really matter. So I am down from 112.1, which was last week, to 111.3 this week. So that's 0.8 kilograms down. Wow, man, that's crazy. Now my body fat percentage went up by 0.1%. That's probably because of my increased level of cortisol. If you want to know what cortisol is, leave a comment down below asking me what cortisol is. I'll answer it, and I'll also add it to the People's Choice series. Alright, my BMI went down from 35.4 to 35.1. That's great. My chest and my stomach stayed the same. My waist and my neck decreased, and everything else stayed the same as last week. I slept 35 hours the entire week, about 5 hours a night, and I feel it's okay, and I put it in green even though it's less than 42, because I feel that my circadian rhythm is getting set with 5.5 hours every night. So if you want to know what a circadian rhythm is, leave a comment down below asking me what a circadian rhythm is, and I'll definitely answer it and add it to the People's Choice as well. My protein, even though it's not at 1400, which is give or take 70, that should be fine. It's 1192. It is really actually way better than the last week, which was 729 grams. So it's in green. Then my water intake for the entire week was 23. 21 is the minimum required for my body size, so that's pretty good as well. Then coming to my steps and kilometers, last week I did not have time to update it, and this week I thought of updating it, but I still don't have time. I actually got down to update the singular highlights on my Instagram, and it took me about an hour to just update all of my highlights on Instagram. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I just put it in red just to show you that this is what happens when you go on a diet, and this is what happens when your schedule gets messed up. You do not have the time to dedicate to tracking your progress. And if this happened one time with me, and I'm a coach and I've been doing this for years, almost 7 years now. So if it happened to me and it's only 1 week, luckily I course corrected, but if I did not do that, I would have gone way astray, and I would not have any data, and everything would be haywire. And this is why I just left it in red. I didn't even think about adding the numbers and wasting more time. So coming back to this week, my steps have increased to 55,145 from the previous week, from week 10, and that's 36.94 kilometers, and that's up by 9.8%, almost 10%. Let's say 10% up, even though it was raining, even though though I only walk in the mornings with my boy OG. So even though I did not even play basketball, the next one is my basketball. Last week was 9 hours, that was great. This week was 0 hours because it was raining heavily every evening. And the crazy part about this rain is the rain gods decide to just fist down on you when you have to go play or you want to go out, but it's never going to rain when you're at home or when you're sleeping or something like that. So it's just crazy. And calorie deficit, yes, I was in a calorie deficit. Exactly why I lost weight. If you subscribe to this channel, what you can expect is weekly videos on nutrition, weight loss, tips and tricks on how to attain sustainable weight loss, and how to maintain that weight loss once you achieve your goal. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe! Alright, let's get on with the body stats for week 11. I came down from 112.6 to 112.1. So that's 500 grams down. That's amazing because I had fun. I enjoyed myself. I ate whatever I wanted. I went back to how everything was going before I started that stupid the stupid calorie restriction when I went way below my BMR. And this is actually fascinating. My body fat percentage has come down by 0.4. That's amazing. Oh, wow, that's crazy. And my BMI, that's okay, 0.1 down, so from 35.5 to 35.4. Then all of my body stats, my body measurements, they remain the same. So when I look at it from a bird's eye perspective, my chest shows 43. I guess it's okay because my shirt size, when I used to wear shirts like formals and stuff, or yeah, formals, they have the size called 44. So I guess 43 is normal for me. I guess it's going to stay the same. I don't know. Once I reduce body fat percentage even lower, then it may decrease even lower. And my stomach is 39, so that's fine as well. Neck, waist 40, that's fine. It's the same. Neck, everything is the same. And coming to sleep, I got 38 hours of sleep because a little bit here and there I missed. That's okay, but it's in orange. My protein, even though it's lesser than 788, which was in red for week 9, it's okay because there's another explanation for that, and I'll talk about that after I create the video, the Big Words Thursday series episode where I talk about carbohydrates. After I do that, I'll talk about why this is in orange even though it's lesser than the one in red. So the water I drank in a week was 25 liters. That's amazing. 21 is what is required, 25. Although it still wasn't enough because I sweat like crazy. I sweat like a moose. So that's actually not that great, but okay. It's better than before, 20 or whatever. I don't have any time because I had to prioritize my work, my editing and recording and all of that stuff. So I could not track my steps on Instagram. I mean, I took the screenshots and put them up, but I did not have time to wait and add them to my story highlights, which is what I usually do to check them. So I didn't have time. So I just put no time to update. I'll talk about this on the next episode. That's episode 12. And basketball, 9 hours the entire week, 6 days, 1.5 hours each day. And calorie deficit, yes. And this is actually a tricky way of saying yes. It's the third way, which is both food and activity, because I was supposed to be in a food, let's say, caloric deficit of 3,500 calories the entire week, 500 into 7 days. However, because I didn't really do it properly, I went by 2,000 calories. So I guess I was 2,000 calories less, not 3,500. So I would have lost less weight. However, because I was playing basketball every day, I actually lost 500 grams. For coaching inquiries, you can call me on my cell phone, send me a text on WhatsApp, or you can send me an email if that's what you prefer, and we'll take it ahead from there. And I'll also put these details down in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next one.